Hello and welcome to another tutorial with Zenphi. Today we're going to be going over one of our newest features, which allows you to be able to call a subflow. Now, it has been a long time coming, but this feature is going to make it so much easier to be able to connect flows, send information. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now, today's star of the show is the call to subflow, so we're not going to be going over how to set up the first flow or any of the actions except how to be able to connect both flows. So all you have to do is set up your initial flow. So this is going to be the parent flow, the one that's going to be calling our second flow, which we will get to in a second. And we're going to make sure that we add this action called run subflow. Now here you're going to be able to see a drop down of all of the different subflows that you have created. If you don't see it here, that means your flow hasn't been published. Now, a couple of examples of why you may want to use this action. You may want to automate a document approval process by triggering subflows for each one of your departments. You may want to collect feedback and then return those final approvals to the main workflow. So there's many ways that you can use this. Now let's go ahead and jump into the second flow, which is going to be our subflow. So for your subflow, you're going to want to make sure that you're using our new subflow trigger. So all you have to do is select the appropriate trigger. It's called subflow trigger, and this is going to be invoked as a subflow from a different flow like we just went over. So here what you're able to do is choose different start parameters. These parameters are going to come from the parent flow in case you want to pass over information to use in the second flow. But that's not everything. You're also able to send back information from this flow to your parent flow. We'll go over that in just a second. So if you want to add a new input parameter to be able to receive on this end, all you have to do is click on create input parameter, and here you can choose the variable type, if it's going to be a string, number, integer, etc., and you can give it a name. And all of these variables are going to appear in your first flow once you publish the second flow. So going back to our parent flow, here we can see all of those different start parameters that I had indicated previously. So all you have to do is to be able to send that information over, you would click on the token picker and add the information for all of these different parameters. So for example, here for a clinician name, we would go and choose their preferences. That way it sends each one of the names individually, and you would do that for each one of the parameters that you have chosen. You'll also see that there's an option to be able to run in parallel, and what this is going to indicate is if both flows should run at the same time, or if the parent flow should wait for the subflow to complete before continuing. So depending on your needs, you can decide what to choose. So if you need information from the subflow in your main flow, it would be ideal to make sure that the subflow is complete before you continue with the other flow. If there's any information that you want to send from your subflow to your parent flow, all you have to do is go up to your variables. You would create a new variable, and here you're able to choose if you want to include it in the output. So let's say I want to be able to send the outcome of the task back to the original flow. I can add this, include an output, click on save. Using our set variable action, we can update the variable after the task. That way we can save that, and we're going to go ahead and save and publish our subflow. And now if we go back to our parent flow and we go to the output, we can open up the result, and we're able to see the variable that we had just indicated should appear in the output. So we're able to use this now in our original parent flow. And that would be everything. As you can see, it's very simple to be able to connect your parent flow with your subflow, making the possibilities to be able to work between flows that much easier. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them down in the comments section, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.